Greetings, everybody. Good morning. Thursday. Thirsty Thursday, the 9th of July. Almost half a year has gone by, or technically a half a year has already gone by, but we are in the 7th month of the 7th season. It's the age of Aquarius. Okay, it's not, but anyway, thought it'd be fun. We got a lot to get to today. This is the original daily newscast. 17 stories in 6 minutes, plus bonus time. You all signed up for it. You all wanted it. You all need it. You all got it. Should be fun. The audience is here. The audience is everywhere. Here we go. We're broadcasting in two different formats today. Let me know if you've noticed the change. We've got it Borth? There's an R in both apparently now. I control the horizontal and I control the vertical. Broadcasting in landscape and in portrait simultaneously. Why? Because we like you. MOUSE. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I hope your day is beautiful and bright. I hope you are showered with endless light. I hope that you have a thirsty Thursday and it's quenched by something marvelous today. Won't be quenched by Moana. Boy, I gotta go see that today. Super bummed out. Barry the Music Man's in the house. Plus, I've got our friend Walter Tomaszewski asking me a question. Do you think Sony might merge with another studio or put itself up for sale? I think Sony would be best with Lionsgate. I've been saying that for 2 years now. So there's that. Juliet, good morning, young lady. Thank you for being here, being everywhere, and being my moderator. The lovely Jill, who's everywhere as well, in 2 places at once. Thank you for being on the green machine as well. Look at you guys. You will not be in attendance this morning. As we are taking my doggo in. Oh, cancer surgery. Goodness. All right. Okay, Joe, I will pray for you, young lady. Want to say thank you to the crazy coffee lady who just became a member of the channel. Thank you so very much. You guys are phenomenal. Beep, 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 beep. This is Nord Pupus Cuber, our favorite polar bear, and of course, Georgia Peach. The lovely Georgia Peach in the absolute sunshine. I hope you're having a great day. All right, who else do we have? See, I said hi to Barry. Oh, there's Matt G. Matt G. What's up, Matt G? Crouching Taylor hitting the Swifty. All right. Speaking of Swifty, we got some gifties we'll get to in just a second, but we have to say hi to Davina Duckworth. Hello, hello. Hello, Clarice. We got Cat Slave out there. Hello. And Frank is here. Hi, Frank. Everybody say hi to Frank. We got stuff going on. We got James Dosher out there. He's writing. Hey, y'all. Writing away. Can't stay away. Can't stay long. Have to have a great day. You too, my friend. Like I said, Crazy White Boy is over there on the green machine along with Cat Slave. And Penny has arrived. Look at all these great people, the beautiful people. Lee Kidler, hello, hello, along with our favorite rivet head, Razorburn. The lovely Libby Priest. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. We got Barry dropping the super duper sticker. Thank you for that. For $2 to say, hey. Notice me, senpai. That's right. Notice me, senpai. We got Maravita. Maravita, you will never know. For 20 Culture Casino cash. I'm so grateful you made it live. I got to see you last night, too. I was so overjoyed. So was Pro. That's how important people are. We know when you're not here. We see you when you're sleeping. We know when you're awake. That sounds a little creepy. You think about Santa Claus that way, you're like, huh. The Bad Cap. What's going on? The Bad Cap. We got Khaled 910, everybody's favorite radio station. The most talented man on the internet, Andy Masterson, the master of action figures. And the glorious return of Teddy D, otherwise known as Fitty D, for 20 Culture Casino memberships. I have to play a celebration clip for that after we get through today's stories. Kitty Bear returns. Holy cow. And hey, it's Canoles. All right, folks, are you ready? Ryan, are you ready? Because 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in, so let's jump right on over to what's happening. Well, over at Amazon, lots of things are happening. Kara Smith was named the head of drama. Jen Chambers, Michael McDonald, and Oetta Watkins are all out of there. There's a lot of restructuring going on at Amazon right now. They want to be considered a legitimate movie and television studio under the MGM banner, and that's making significant changes over there. The one thing that always holds true, there's a lot of female empowerment over there at Amazon, and that's going to give you, well, one thing. It won't give you the other things. We got Dune 3 trailer dropping. If you didn't see that yesterday, you missed something. It's actually looking pretty good. Action-packed scenes, more Zendaya, Jason Momoa, sandworms, and basically half the cast of The Odyssey. So enjoy. We've also got, let's see, Jennifer Beals coming back. 4 additions to the new NCIS New York at CBS. This show is never going to go away, or at least some version of this show, because it makes the producers a lot of money. Not to mention the fact that, well, it's on the station in the nation that basically is for the older generation. So, yeah, lots of these procedurals are very popular in that type of TV. Moana reviews are not good. Like I said before, if you saw the video I dropped today, you need to do that. If you haven't seen it, you should. It gives you some ideas as what we're facing. Odyssey is the same way. The last few videos I've released have been basically pointing out what we're looking forward to, or in this case, not. And I'm not looking forward to this at all. It is a remake that runs aground, indeed. In fact, the only person that gives it a positive review is Gleberman over there at Variety, who nuked Supergirl from orbit, so just keep that in mind. Justin Bieber joins the FIFA halftime alongside Madonna, Shakira, and BTS. Don't really know if I care about any of that. What do you guys think? Just curious. Hey, Zendaya's having a year. Yeah, between TV and multiple films. She's been out there in front of everybody, on display, you should say, getting a 3rd Emmy nomination and continuing to chase awards history. Emmy snubs and surprises. Stranger Things shut out. So was Sydney Sweeney, and lots of other things that I'm kind of disappointed by, including Taylor Sheridan, who got completely ignored and shut out, which he spoke about would likely happen. Boy, could he read the tea leaves. Indeed, indeed. We've got Robert Pattinson explaining that his Odyssey role is kind of like Jacob in Twilight. Well, I didn't think that Twilight and the Odyssey had a whole lot in, common. But maybe that's just me. I could be wrong. Of course, we've got a box office. Moana could be headed for choppy waters. Yes, indeed. Very choppy. In fact, I don't think this is going to break $40 million at the box office domestically, and I think international will struggle as well. I'm going to be reviewing this for tomorrow, so if you're a member, you'll see it tonight. Dwayne Johnson on why the live-action Moana isn't too soon. Well, yeah, because it gets him a paycheck. That's why it's not too soon. Let's be honest about that. The tenuous state of the states, at least as far as the state of, a ceasefire with Iran is over. That's right. We are now fully not in a ceasefire. Things are going to bounce back up as far as gas prices. And, of course, they did yesterday as the stock markets drop worldwide. Trump says ceasefire with Iran is over, and the Kurds have now weighed in on their displeasure with Iran as well. Artemis 2 astronauts reunite with their moon ship 3 months after record-breaking flight that took them farther away from Earth than anyone has been before. And, of course, there was a nice celebration of them on July 4th, and the president acknowledged their accomplishments. We've got Polymarket returning in a different way, trying to get, direct access to you instead of being an offshore, but more onshore platform. Guess who they're using? Influencers like you and me and others, and I'm not sure that will be as successful as they hope, but I could be wrong. Finally, we want to talk about bears. I always like to talk about bears. How about you? The black bear cubs have been a growly play fight in Tofino while mom grazes like nothing's happening, because this is what bears and siblings do. They go toe-to-toe. have a little fight back and forth. I wish I had the video. Actually, I got the video right here. Look at those cubs. They're actually hollering at each other if you can't hear it. It's amazing stuff. A little wrestle fight. Mama's just like, whatever. I can't believe the audio on that. The audio quality on that is. You can find that over at pethelpful.com if you're looking for the footage yourself, or just do a Google search for bear brawl or bear cubs playing. Little fun moment for you on the bear side of the equation. Once again, have to acknowledge all the participation in the chat today, and we made it through 17 stories very rapidly. I think I might now be looking forward to Dune 3. I think that's probably the last film I'm looking forward to this year. I have to see Avengers 3 so I can review it for you. Or that's not even Avengers 3. It's Avengers Doomsday. And give you my thoughts on that eventually. Let's see. What else? Oh, and Moana. I'm not kidding. If you're a member of the channel, you are going to get to feel my pain first. Because it'll be a members first video this evening. And I'm not going to hold back. Because I know exactly how bad this is going to be. On that note, thanks for being here. Hopefully you got a chance to see that in whatever format you prefer. And a thank you, shout out to Ruby Hoof for... Whoa, something really badly happened. All the clips ran at once. Hang on. Something's very weird happening. It's flipping out over there. All right, we're going to have to do this. And I don't know what's going on the vertical recording. It's like playing a loop video on the vertical. Guys, this was a failed experiment trying to do this in multiple formats today. So I'm just going to say that. Wow, what a disaster that was. Let's see if we can try it again. All right, just a quick shout out and thank you. We're going to say thanks for the cheddar to our friends out there for 20 and 1 Culture Casino memberships.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar.
Thank you guys for that. You are amazing. I'm just going to cycle through all the clips until we get rid of them all. That's because on the backside, all I'm seeing is clips. There we go. I cleared the screen. Thank goodness. Ah, what a day. Let's take a look at everybody else out there. Let's see, I did thanks for the cheddar, simple thanks, and the Culture Casino clip. I think I got rid of everything else. I did. Good. All right. Wow, that's wild. That is wild indeed. All right, let's get back to what you guys have to say. We got Archer Merchant out there for 2. A Culture Casino Cash saying, Critical Drinker mentioned maybe Zendaya fatigue. I don't know. It's quite possible. I don't think so. I think she's quite entertaining. I've often enjoyed her. But possibly. Man, lots of struggles out there today. We got Kit Kat with a Kit Kat. We got Carl Singh out there as well. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow. It's good to see you, Commander. And Corporeal Being. Look, guys, I don't think Moana's going to be very good. I don't think the Odyssey is going to be very good. I don't think that Doomsday is going to be very good. And I think Dune's going to be disappointing to me because I liked the books. And I think it's going to deviate too much from the books. Teddy D, otherwise known as Fitty D, says, it's been a busy month with the World Cup and house guests. Sorry, it's been a while. No, I've been missing you. I think we've been missing you over there on the Pro Show as well. But it's good to see you, Fitty D. And thank you for gifting 20 Culture Casino memberships this morning. We got Read by Nature out there. We've got Alex Clark out there. Good morning, Culture Casino. Well, good morning to you, Alex. I hope things are going well. Let's see. We got more folks rolling through the door this morning. Look at all the beautiful depot. The beautiful depot. The beautiful depot. All right. Hoot out. NCIS New York. Commie infiltrated. Well, there you go. I mean, naval intelligence investigation services or whatever it is, criminal services. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. I had 6 eggs and an avocado for breakfast. I'm full. How delicious that was. Mr. DeMark says, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Let's see. Do you guys have any stories you want to talk about? Anything exciting? Do you feel like there's something glorious I need to be covering? Zendaya is the same character in everything she's in. Well, she has the same expressions in everything she's in. I mean, let's talk about the fact that right now the Emmy nominations she received is for Euphoria, but she's got 2 films within 3 weeks of each other released into theaters in a year where I think she's in 3 or 4 films. I mean, this is just like the year that she was in that tennis movie that was awful, plus Dune, plus something else. I don't think it's Zendaya fatigue. It's just we're getting tired of seeing the same people cast in the same kinds of roles, I think. And that includes Pattinson. Pat in Odyssey? No, thank you. Why don't they put Greek people in the Odyssey? Got to ask yourself that. WJB Daily says, Culturians, remember to like this video. Make sure the algorithm gets in front of the other Culturians out there. Indeed. Plus, we need more future Culturians. And the lovely Ruby Hoof says, for $2, have a great one, Culture and Culturians. Thank you for that. Who else is out there in the world? British banks losing contracts to U.S. contracts again. Whoa. Who would have known that, Hoot Owl? Who? All right. We got, Read by Nature out there. Should have just made The Rock CGI and did mocap for the character. I think so, too. One of the biggest problems is the differentiation in voice and emotion. So when you're doing voiceover work, you're recording lines in multiple different ways. I give, for example, when I do VA work for other people who ask for it here on the platform. Like I've been on a few things that are animated, and they ask for character voices, stuff like that. So oftentimes, like I'll do the guy from the Daily Wire. That talks really fast. I'll do his voice and stuff like that. But I'll also give them 3 takes of everything so they can pick whatever they're trying to get their character to do or feel like or emote like or whatever. The problem is that when you are remaking a film that's still something you can watch on Disney Minus on streaming. In fact, it was the most popular streaming thing Disney had when it started up. For Disney Minus, people can still see that. So here's the problem: people can still see that performance. They can do a side-by-side comparison, and no more prevalent has that been demonstrated than in Jeremy John's review of Moana, which came out I think last night. But he uses a clip of side-by-side performances by Maui. Now, again, these are shot-for-shot, line-for-line replications of each other. And when you do that, editing them together at the same time, side by side, you end up going, that was a different performance vocally than what you were given in the animation. Everything's pre-recorded for the animations, for the animators, and then the animators animate around what the actor's performance was, which is why the brilliance of Robin Williams was captured as Genie in the first Aladdin film. Nobody else can do that character, not even in live action. Ask Will Smith. But that's the entire point, is like these live actions are really just soulless cash grabs. So when you see that and when you hear everybody saying that, that's one of the reasons why. It's not the same thing. You have 2 performances happening in an animation. You have the performance of the vocal performer, right? And then you have the performance of the animator who's interpreting what the character would be doing at the time of saying the words. It's just different. And that's why it hits differently. And it doesn't feel as dramatic. It doesn't feel as full of heart, because instead of one heart that's doing one performance, you have multiple hearts providing that performance. You have your direction, you have your animator, you have what's happening in the mind's eye of the voice actor. everybody's doing a different performance, and it all culminates into something beautiful. Nowhere else is art reflected so beautifully. Daniel Alpine would be able to tell you that. But when it comes to an actor on a screen, well, you get the proper, authentic voice performance. But the problem is it doesn't hit the same way because the actor delivers something different than was on screen in a side-by-side comparison. So there you go. Anyway, we got Peter out there. What's going on, Peter? Good to see you. Good morning to you. Let's see. I said hi to Georgia Peach. I said hi to Carl. I said hi to Ryan. Who else is out there? Saw Alex. Oh, there's Donovan. Good morning, Donovan. And Kenny Long. What's up, Kenny? Been a minute. And one of our favorite Canadians. Can't say my favorite Canadian. We have a lot of Canadians out there. But Randall Orser's out there. Great surfing. Wait. Where's good surfing? Somebody tell me where good surfing is. I need to go surfing. Alan Jin says little cuties. Yeah, the little tiny oranges. The what do you call them? Little miniature navel oranges. Pretty good. You're talking about. Wait a minute. You're talking about what they put on Netflix, the show that was garbage, trashy, and kind of led everybody to accuse Netflix of being advanced preeners. Notice how I'm not saying the word. Yeah. Crazy stuff. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. Putin says maybe you and comics can get in bear suits and wrestle. That might be fun. I think that would be a good time. All right. What else is happening? I'm going to try to say hi to some people I didn't say hi to. Wait a minute. Culture, you see the video of the guy leaving for work, turning a corner and running back into the house because a bear was lurking in his driveway? Well, I saw the kid that was walking out of the garage. I had the video yesterday on the show. Walking out, and the dog, the family husky, intercepted the bear, who's probably just trying to get some food, let's be honest. Headed for the trash cans. Jonathan Conroy says, hail, I'll smash the like button, like the smash button. Indeed. WJB Daily's disappointed. There are no weenie roasts on this show. Let's just put it that way. That's right. We talked about that far too much on the pro show last night. It wasn't without comedy or funny, you know. And it was really great because right afterwards I got to hang out with Lou and I on the Hollywood Backlot with Lou and You show on T3PO because, we do that interview show on Wednesdays. That was a lot of fun. We got a chance to talk about some stuff I don't think anybody had ever heard before about building and striking sets and paint department and everything else. Dean Krantz wants me to look up Lake Superior winter surfing. Dude, it's cold. The lake's frozen, isn't it? Isn't it? Wait, now I sound English. Isn't it? Did I sound English there? Isn't it? Ryan says, Dune 3 gonna be like Hot D. Oh, man, I hope not. I just hope it's good. Catsleeve hasn't watched Dune 2. All right. I understand why. The Crazy Coffee Lady, who actually became a member. Thank you so much for that. Very good. Very good indeed. I love to watch the little bears wrestle. They're super fun. Challenge The Rock to a death match. Not me. Not me. Still bigger man than me. I mean, come on. I mean, that'd be like me walking up to Jay and saying, or Colehauser, and saying, hey, you want to go? Nuh-uh. I got to do that. First of all, they're my friends. Second of all, why would I do that? Why would little I used to be 5'9". Now I'm like 5'7". But by the way, you shrink as you get older. When you get to be 55, you've lost somewhere between an inch and a half, 2 inches. So it happens. Not to mention I used to carry heavy things. So wait a minute. The Great Lakes very rarely freeze over completely. Well, yeah, I imagine it's hard to get that body of water completely frozen. Makes sense. But I ain't surfing. Look, I've been scuba diving in a dry suit in cold climate water. I'm never gonna do that. Never ever. Time to hire that IT guy. I don't have to hire anybody. I just have to get rid of some of the stuff. I did. I fixed it. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Maravita, celebrating 14 months of membership and wonderful support out there and doing great things for the community. I got to the Banana Ball game over the holiday weekend and waved to the kids at the Children's Hospital at the U of Iowa football stadium. That's right. Everybody in the crowd turns to the hospital and waves at the kids. Pretty awesome. I love that tradition. Fantastic stuff. Sitch the Elder in the house today, along with Jeff. Haven't seen Jeff in a minute. What's going on? Nemophilia? What? Euphoria? What is happening? Michael Ing. Zawai. Ing Zawai. Ah, okay. Zendaya is way too many movies is all. Well, she's in a lot of them. Yeah, I can see that. Zendaya, the master of emoting. I have to tell you, the 4 emotions that she is able to portray, she's the best at them. There's no doubt about it. All 4. Alex Clark says, I also believe Doomsday won't be good. I'm just worried. So, like, we're going into Spider-Man Brand New Day with very high expectations in another, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. I'm going into that going, this looks bad. Because it does. I think the movie will be good. I think it's going to make the most money of any film this year. But it leads into Avengers Doomsday. They actually had to redo a bunch of stuff because these 2 movies switched places. We'll see. Theliato says, what's up? That's right. Yes, we need to play the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. I agree. Wait, we could do 6 Degrees of Zendaya. She's been in enough stuff now. She's been in stuff with Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney's been in stuff with, we go on. We can just, yeah. I'm sure we get to Kevin Bacon pretty easy. Cat slave. I have Moana DVD. Disney Plus can pound sand. Okay. Walter says, George and Philip are snoring. Good morning to culture. I hope they're purring, actually, but that's fair. Oh, man. It's good to see you all. Grim Dark's out there, otherwise known as Infiata. I think I said hi to Penny. I'm off to work. Take care, everybody. Be safe, Andy Masterson. You're a magnificent human. Charles, or I should say, Chris Dickerson says, I must have missed the Bears. Oh, yeah. We had a long Bear segment today. I got 2 Bears wrestling. Nemophilia is a baby blue eyes flower. I did not know that. Didn't know. See, I don't know everything about gardening. Wait, it's a Japanese metal band? Oh, okay. So still, didn't know that either. Spartan's looking forward to Helen of Detroit. That's right. We need the smoke detector sound. I actually downloaded that, so it's on. It's one of the sound effects I can use in my videos. So I might do that in the Odyssey video. That won't be original. You're gonna get a million of those. Canole says the leaks for Doomsday have ruined it. I agree. Oh, yeah, I found this out this morning right before we went live. Bonnie Tyler passed away. Total eclipse of the heart amongst many other power ballads. Incredible voice, incredible energy, incredible loss. And she wasn't old enough to be gone at this point, as far as I know. Very sad. Maravita says, my dad and brother love Disney Plus, so I am stuck paying for it. Shrug. Well, look, I understand. I mean, it's nice to go back and look at some of the high quality things Disney used to do. So for that benefit, I get it. So anyway. Oh, it's trending on X now? I did not know that. Yeah. If you watch my streams, you will see the guitar player wink at you. All right. Bonnie Tyler was great. Oh, Tyler had been in a medically induced coma. Did not know that. Hey, the boss just texted me. Holding out for a hero. Yeah. Short Circuit 2 soundtrack. Yeah, I can't sing this morning. My voice is trashed. It's 75, still too young. Sorry. When you have parents in that age range, still too young. Yep. When you have family crawling into the 90s. When my grandparents both lived to the late 80s or into their 90s. So, I think everybody should try to eke out 100 years. Because you only got 100 years to live. What a great song. I do not want to play 6 Degrees of Pedro Pascal. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to play the Pedro Punishment now. The crazy coffee lady made me do it. By the way, we are closing in on 1,000 members thanks to you guys. You can make it happen, gifting memberships, and staying a member once you've been a member is a good thing. For the price of a cup of coffee, you get early access to a majority of the videos that I make. So you get at least early access to 3 videos a week, at least, sometimes all every day. I'm just saying. Culture. I DM'd you a question. Rate specialist. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta see if I can find it. So on X Pro, which is my favorite way to look at X, they don't have the chat incorporated in there anymore. So I have to go to a different X window for the chat. Photo chat. All right, let's see. Let's see what you have to say. Say I see something from. Oh. Everybody's showing off their guns in that chat. Okay, that's not the one. I need to look up all the gun laws in all the states I'm going to drive through. Let's see what else we got. Hey, Ray, when did you send this? You said you sent me a thing. Oh, there it is. Culture. I got you. Oh, yeah. By the way, Magical Girl Jonas is still one of my favorite things. So let's see. Oh, wait. You started a section. Okay. It's oh no, I'd love to do it. Yeah. Reach out to me in that same chat. I'll monitor it and yeah, I'll do that. I'll do an interview segment. Of course. I love doing that stuff. You know that. Yeah. In fact, if you guys have a channel and you're looking for a guest and I'm not busy, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. Like I just did a guest segment with Scooby Pup. I've done that like twice now in the last a couple months. So it's always fun. I love doing that. Doomsday can't be ruined. It's already bad, CC, says Mr. DeMark. I think you're probably right. Maravita, JWB Daily. I did it backwards. WJB Daily, because there's a family member that I have with initials, and I'm going to jumble them up. I would love to, but my dad is retired and watches a lot of the old Marvel stuff. A lot of the old Marvel stuff is great, plus ESPN stuff. So yeah, sports. I used to watch sports religiously. The room I'm sitting in before it became a library was a sports bar in my house. And when I say a sports bar, it could comfortably seat 18 people. It had a keg fridge with 2 taps. It had wine and beer refrigerators. It had a bar back. It had 11 televisions in this room. And this room was twice as big as it is now. So there's that. Oh, hey, I got a text. Hang on. Texty. Let's see. Looks like I'm going to be on the pro show. That'll be fun. All right, Popsicle. I want to. Well, I can't sing that song that way. Mrs. Popsicle says Bonnie was from Wales. There you go. Didn't know that either. Incredible voice. My mom is 93 and my grandmother lived to 103. See, that's the goal, folks. Eat healthy, exercise, go outside once in a while, do something fun. You can be outside doing something physical and doing something beneficial for yourself just by gardening. And I'm going to be outside today in incredibly hot weather, putting the roof back on the greenhouse and getting that buttoned up. You guys are going to get to see all the damage repair you have to do when you decide to grow your own foods. So there's that. Donovan says the Pedro punishment is that an X thing. No. It's it's the motivation to get me to 1,000 members, so the channel pays for itself. What's up, Brian? Everybody's out there. Jan Moreau's out there. Love it, love it. Look at all these great people out there. We got a super duper chat dropping in from Maravita for another $10 in Culture Casino cash. I also love the Children's Hospital wave at U of Iowa. I just paid the last installment for my football season. Yes. Isn't that fun when you have season tickets to a sports league and you write the last check or you make the last payment on your debit card or whatever? It's like, yay. I'll be waiving all season. That's awesome. What a great tradition. I love that. There's a lot of college stadium traditions that I think are just fantastic. Yeah, you guys all got paid road. Paid road. And yeah, of course. All right. You already know I'd say yeah. Who else is out there? It's like Commander and Straker Shadow. As per usual, the 6-hour daily is pants optional. I don't know about that. Fear the Crab Cat, Sports Ball Casino. I used to be. Speaking of one of the amazing long-timers here, and one of the best Canadians you could probably know, Morgan King, the Warlord, is out there celebrating 50 months. Holy cow of membership. Still wait for the game collab culture. Still waiting. Well, let's do it. The problem is you want to play a game that I'm going to look really bad playing. I'm happy to do it, though. I don't mind looking bad. No, you're absolutely fine. Crazy coffee late. No, it was humorous. No, we're good. You can certainly suggest Pedro. It's just the response might be Pedro punishment. Is your house an old Tony Roma's? No, no. But no, this room was 28 feet. Right now it's 14 by 14. It's 14 feet tall, so it's 14 by 14 by 14. But it used to be twice as dimensionally. It used to be twice as long, so it's 28 feet, almost 30 feet actually. If you subtract the cabinetry in the other room. So, yeah. I have repurposed a lot of things in this house, like the bedrooms and stuff like that. Some of the bedrooms are not bedrooms right now. One of them is another office. So the dining room isn't a dining room anymore. You ever find yourself in a house going, why was this room here? Well, it was because people used to have fancy dining areas because they used to have people over to dine with. And I have a big enough eat-in kitchen that I don't really need a separate dining room. The concept is dumb, so let's repurpose it. Yeah, we lost Lauren Bennett. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Thank you, One Punch Man Tolkien fan. Bonnie from Wales and passed in Portugal. Well, there you go. There you go. I think I read Maravitas. I think I did. By the way, that's a great tradition if you've ever not seen it. at a football game. It's very cool. CC, turn on a lawn sprinkler and keep yourself wet while up on the roof. Um, so here's the thing. So this year I have two roofing projects at this house, and no matter what, they had to be done. One was because of the storm and the storm damage. I have to fix the roof for the greenhouse. Right? It's plenty warm right now. No reason to temperature control the greenhouse. I'm going to have to redo some of the current planting beds because we have tomato tree plants that are over 6 years old and they are looking rough. So they're just going to end up being fodder. I obviously planted a bunch of tomato seedlings with heirlooms not that long ago. And so I'm rebuilding. I'm going to do 25-foot long beds in that section of the greenhouse where all the shelves were for the tomato plants. So we're going to use the same overhead structure, but we're going to replace the bed structure. We're going to be using metal beds with proper drainage and everything else. So the goal is to get all that done, dump in some extra worms that'll be all over. And then we're going to go with different watering methodologies using the olives that I showed in one of the videos. And we're going to grow two rows. The back row that's up against the back wall of the greenhouse will be the tomatoes, and the front wall will be probably salad peppers, maybe a few other things. Then there's a center aisle that will be. I'm going to rebuild that, so that'll be something that'll be on that channel. So that we have a center aisle that are all alums, which will be the onions and garlic and things like that. Then the inner side will be the low sun tolerance plants that like 80% shade. That's going to be the portion closest to the house. That'll be another basically row box of just leafy vegetables and stuff like that. Then, and the other side that's mostly shade, that's going to be primarily a starter area and a sitting area with some plants up against the outer wall. So, but I have to repair the roof over the greenhouse, and then I have to replace the patio roof as well. So that way I can prevent any kind of roofing company issue if I decide to sell or rent out this property. I'm trying to avoid doing work on something. So, yeah. Look at all the great people out there. I love it. One Punch Man Tolkien fan, good to see you. Truly. Our kitchen is so small, we had to use the dining room. I understand. It's just, it was just weird. I mean, I mean, like the kitchen island, it's got one of those, bar tops. And I'm always going, who uses that? Who uses that? I mean, it's great for counter space when you're like putting, dishes together, or as a buffet area for guests when you have a big bunch of people over and stuff for food. But otherwise, it's just like a place to accumulate junk, mail, all kinds of crap. It's just like, what was that? It's just nuts. Troy, what's going on? Troy Gustafson in the house. I love that picture. It's great. Marvita says, our dining room is part of a kitchen area. Open concept. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah, but I'm one of those guys that think you need brooms. It's going to be weird because if I do get a chance to build a custom house, which seems like it's becoming more likely in Tennessee, not just buying a house and land at the same time, but a house that's on land, I'll probably end up having to build an actual house. I'm going to probably go with a barn dominium style with top end insulation and roofing and finishes. And I'm looking at either an H or an O style barn dominium. If you're unfamiliar with what they are, they're incredible post beam structures that just look rather industrial or farmhousey, but they're phenomenal for homes if you design them right. Fortunately, I have a few tricks up my sleeve for design, so I think I'm going to be fine. But it also allows you to have either one in an H style. You get two courtyards, one in front of the house, one in behind the house, and in an O style, you have an interior courtyard, which I much prefer. Just costs more to build. So Maravita says our peppers are a disgrace this year. Dad planted too many tomatoes, and they are choking the peppers out. Yeah, and that's why I plant mine on levels. Like the tomatoes are planted in an upper level shelf potted area, which with the new design for the box, it's going to retain the same kind of structure. And then the peppers are planted lower, and the sun comes in this way. You have your back row of tomatoes. They get their sun, and then I trellis them up and over the top. And then the peppers are on the lower level, but they get the sun as well. And they're not shaded by the tomatoes because I trellis the indeterminates all the way up to the roof as trees. So, yeah, that's another consideration. Speaking of consideration, the first Dragon Queen bending metal today. See, there's another metal worker right there. Metal is fun. But I cannot wait. I cannot wait to deliver the item to Pro for you, First Dragon Queen. So that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Be prepared for echoing in a barndominium. No. I mean, yes. One of my brothers lives in a barndominium style house now up in Colorado on his homestead. His homestead's phenomenal. Overlooks a gorge up in the high country right next to a ski resort, and his property is a barndominium on his acreage, and there are parts of it that echo like a garage, and there are parts of it that don't have any. Again, you can control sound really easily, so I know those tricks. Those are Hollywood tricks. It's also how you sound dampen inside a sound stage. So. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I'm going to do what I do. So, man, it's good to see you guys. I'm so excited. Crossbreed them to get some Tom Peppers. That'd be funny. Actually, okay, so I do owe you guys a video on I am going to show you how to splice a tomato plant on a potato plant. I'm going to show you that actually legitimately works. Your potatoes become roots, and obviously still develop the tubers, subsoil, for the tomato plant. What most people don't realize is tomatoes are all root. Every time the stem grows, if they're indeterminates, every time the stem grows, you see the little hairs that come off of the tomato plant. Those are just future roots. Most people don't know that. So they're pretty easy to graft. Pretty easy to graft a tomato and a potato. Pretty easy. So let's see. Somebody said something important in the chat. WJB Daily says something. Yes, I'm familiar with the sweating. Yeah, condensation is a thing. But no, I will definitely be insulating properly. And I'll also have a different design than most people do. Water is actually, it will be easily shed, especially on the exterior of the property. The design, not to mention the fact that I've already will have incorporated a dehumidifier into the system. Most of the system by the time I get done with this property, it will be almost fully self-contained, including power. And despite the availability of sewer, I may also have septic on the property. So it'll be a different conversation, but we'll see what we can do. First Dragon Queen says he emailed me about that. I'm going to tell you, he's going to have it. Everything will be fine, and I'm very excited. I'm taking so many. Look, if you are going to be at the Southeast Game Exchange, I have a bunch of things I'm throwing in the big truck that are coming with me for this trip. That literally I'm going to like bomb people with Disney stuff because I'm like I got so much Disney stuff. So, do I look like I'm 16-bit? I feel like I'm 16-bit. Hey, Cynthia's here. Good to see you, dear. Always good to be able to check in with you folks, too. It's good to see you. So good to see you. Deeple left. Caveat has made sure to say goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. Freedom Seekers out there. We got a few other folks rolled through the door. Will it be called Casino Manor or Manor Culture? Actually, I can't tell you what it'll be called, but I will. I will reveal it when we get everything built, and then I build the front gates, which I've already designed. Um, I'm going to put a masthead across the top. I'm going to put a control point there, and it'll have a big old title, just like a proper ranch. It's not a ranch, but it's going to look like one. Casa de Culture. There's a good name. Gollum. Tomatoes and potatoes are in the Nightshade fam. That's right. Yeah. I am so glad you've been here too, Maravita. I know you've been busy. I know you've been struggling this year, and it's just good to see you. So there's that. Oh no, hang on. Oh, I got a message from the boss. Hey, okay, all right. Everything just flipped out for a second there, and it just did it again. I may have to end the stream early, and it looks like I have fallen out of focus. Let's see. Did that fix it? It is weird. I touched the wrong button on this side. Screwed everything up. All right. Luke's here. Holler if you can hear him. I'm going to holler. What's up? What's up? What's up? Casa Culture. There you go. Ah, WJB Daily says better. There you go. Holy cow, it's Dengar Renegade. What's going on? It's been a long, long time, my friend. Yeah, Casa de Culture would be great, but I'm not doing Hacienda style. It won't look as Spanish as it looks Western. That's the plan, especially with the sound stages. Everything, the primary structural material for the sound stages are going to have to be engineered, engineer stamped, because I'm going to be using something they don't use very often in Tennessee. I'm going to be using rammed earth walls. Jeff is actually familiar with them. He's in the chat. But I'll be using rammed earth construction for the soundstage. And that will guarantee soundproofing. It'll also guarantee not just quiet conditions, but very temperature stable conditions. So, and then all the studios that'll be in front of the soundstage will just be regular studio, all in one building. So, but again, all those things are coming in phases. We can't do it all at once. But Spartan says, "Will you have a culture cave and dispense justice at night?" Well, why not? How about from a walkout basement? That's what I'll have. That'll be a walkout basement. Good luck, Gel. I hope everything goes well at the veterinarian. So, at the Culture Cabana. That's right. Must install a fire pole for changing into super suit. Okay, Troy. I tell you what, if Andy Masterson, Andy and I need to cooperate. I need to see what my Green Man super suit looks like. Maybe I can have one made. I actually know a seamstress, so and then get it tailored properly. Maybe I'll have them add muscles to it so I look like Shazam. I don't know. We'll see. WJB Daily says, be sure to understand termite risk in Tennessee. Better there than deep south, but still a risk. Yeah, I'm going to use stone foundation or stone base foundation. So it'll take in every one of the posts will be up on either a sill wall or on a pier. And then all the walls will be built around the pier. So at minimum, the wall thickness will be 6 inches. And it'll carry 2 layers of insulation with a gap in between for air. Yeah, and I'm not going to use closed cell foam. I'm going to use the foam boards style of insulation, not spray foam. Spray foam could be dangerous. What else is out there? Oh, holy cow. We have a celebrity. It's WG Actual. out there saying Zendaya is supposedly the lead in the Fugitive remake. Yeah, I know. Man, I hope Comics talks about that tonight. I might actually jump onto Comics' stream at some point. Free range chickens for sure, and ducks. Yeah, I'm gonna have both, but we'll have free range chickens that'll be out in a chicken tractor, and we're gonna have the ducks out there, and I'll even let them into the garden and greenhouse areas because they are amazing insect control. Not to mention, we will have geese if they play nice. There will be 6 pygmy goats. There will be multiple multi-layer rabbit hutches. Yeah, we're gonna go full on homestead style. So, in the words of Tommy Lee Jones, I don't care. That's right. So, but I can't do Tommy's voice, so I don't know why I tried there. Comics division has the longest short streams I've ever seen. Well, there you go. That's a funny joke. It's a funny joke. Read by Nature says to WG Actual, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. That's right. Oh, man, he was funny back then. WG Actual gifting 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you, my friend. I hope I get to see you this year. Are you okay, so there's the Vegas meetup I'm not making it to because I will have just been freshly from California. And I'm skipping Comic Con again this year, even though I got an invite, let's just say. But I'm not, I don't think I'm making it to Vegas, which is going to make Eric K sad, but, it's just too hard because I will be coming out of, Anaheim from the D23 Expo event where I'm going to be doing actual news coverage for that Park Place. So there you go. Jan Monroe is correct. We have a lot of wood. Yeah. And on a property that I'm looking at right now, I'm going to have to clear a lot of land. I'm going to have the world's supply of firewood and all kinds of other stuff. So, yeah, we have a lot of wood here. Natural resources are not the problem. It's that we now have a lazy population who don't want to harvest them or be good stewards of them, which is another problem, which is why we have these massive forest fires for zero reason and why California burned down because we have terrible leadership. So there you go. Caveat ties. I prefer closed oven chickens. Well, there you go. Rabbits for food? Well, yeah. Not for me, though. The area that I'm going to be moving into has a lot of butchers, so I'm going to make a deal with the butcher and just basically be a supplier. So here's something. Ladies, don't be mad at me. But 2 bunnies, male and female, in a hutch can produce 400 pounds of meat per year. So if you have 8 stacked hutches, each hutch has 2 bunnies each. That's a lot of food. You have 1,600 times 2, 3,200 pounds of meat coming out of those hutches, and rabbit is consumed pretty readily in the east and south. So. Yeah, not to mention I'm going to be making a deal with the butcher for the cattle I raise because my family history has a little bit of cattle ranching in it, and I'm going to have 2 head of cattle, and I'll get 2 head every year, two calves every year, and those will become full grown every 2 years. So I'll just be cycling through. There'll be like somewhere between 4 and 6 head of cattle at any one time. So I'm a very practical person. And not only that, I'll have egg-laying chickens in one tractor and meat birds in another tractor. And again, they'll be basically free range because I'll just be moving them pasture to pasture. Morgan says, did Culture say he is getting Canadian Cobra attack chicken? That would be amazing. I would love a Canadian Cobra attack chicken, otherwise known as a geese. I'm not getting Canadian geese. Those things are terrifying. Just get a regular geese. Yeah. Also in spring, I will have quail. Quail are great to raise, and I will raise them for the eggs. Quail eggs are a delicacy. So, Maravita says, "Oh, we went to a really fancy Italian restaurant in Milwaukee a couple of weeks ago, and I had duck and rabbit for the first time. So good, yeah, very rich, very gamey. A lot of people don't like the rabbit because of the gamey taste, but yeah." Gollum says, I found termites in the middle of my garden. They are no joke here in Tennessee. Yeah, Gollum, I have been warned. I'm going to try to termite-proof the property. For as much as I can do with the lower level, where I can have a lower level depending upon the terrain, I'm going to build a bank vault style or a vault style basement with a walkout. So, and again, I have no fear of deploying concrete piers and doing control that way. So they're going to have a hard time with me. WG says, can't make South Carolina, gotta move a relative. You are such a good man. But it'll be good. And we'll work it out. We'll work out a chance to see each other, I'm sure. There's plenty of meetups this year. There's going to be more. Guys, keep your ears to the ground. Southeast Game Exchange isn't the only one. Obviously, you still have the FNT G&G meetup in Vegas. We still have the Florida meetup. We're going to start adding more, and we're going to tie them into various convention events and things like that. So just keep your eyes out. Saturday in South Carolina at the Southeast Game Exchange, I'm going to be signing autographs. We're going to have a event poster that we're going to be signing, you guys, and I'll be there for a period of time on Saturday. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a really good time. Real Life Fake Whiz, Critical Drinker, Caro will be there. So will Carolyn. We've got WW Pro, myself, Lorne Connor, Marvin Montanaro, Jonas J. Campbell in the flesh, I think, maybe. So I'm very excited about this. Yeah, they do find a way through the cracks, indeed. But I've dealt with tomatoes. I've dealt with termites in my neck of the woods as well. So there's that. Mr. Awesome says, hi, guys. Well, hello, Mr. Awesome. Along with Channel Surf saying, but Vegas is on your way back from California. You got to go to the meet. I might. I'm gonna call Eric K. This weekend and see if he's got space for me to crash on the couch or something. We'll see. Rabbits are tasty. They can be. Haas and Pfeffer. That's right. Bugs Bunny classic. Yeah. So in the South, especially in Kentucky, people are like, "Well, Kentucky's not the South." Yeah. Anyway. In Kentucky, you often come across folks that live there that will serve you something called burgoo. It's a mix of game animal and kind of a stew / chili kind of thing. It's really good. Jan Monroe says, just remember, cooking eggs on the sidewalk is a myth. You think so? I can't wait to hang out with Pro. It'd be a lot of fun. Cynthia Carter thanking WG Actual for the membership. I'm going to thank him like this, guys. Let me thank y'all with this. Let's thank everybody for the cheddar today, because y'all.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar. Guys, yeah.
And there you go. Yeah. So I think that I don't like the way it stacks things on the side. I'm trying to see. Oh, there it is. A teleprompter message was up on my screen. You guys want to know what it was? It was the quote from Jim Morrison. Is everybody in? Is everybody in? The story is about to begin. Basically talking about your life. Was it good enough to base a movie on? Good stuff. We have families of quail come into our backyard every night. I have them in my front yard right now. But yeah, get property along the Tennessee River, and you can get alligators in Alabama and Tennessee. No, thank you. No, thank you. I love the Tennessee River, though. Pretty awesome. Yeah, the quail is also a very expensive late August car show in Caramel, California. I didn't know that, but no, the quail is quail eggs are very spendy. People make a lot of money on them. So people do forget that birds are dinosaurs. That's right. That's why one of my favorite pieces of lore in Final Fantasy is the chocobo. And if you've ever seen, I think it's either Norwegian or Swedish. There's a giant chicken that's literally a 3-foot tall chicken that lays giant chicken eggs. So eggs are very expensive, but they have to be climate controlled. It's climate controlled giant chicken. Anyway, I got to get out of here, folks, because I only have 12 minutes to prepare for the WDW Pro show coming up next. So, wait, Kira Demuse says, critical drinker? From what I am to understand. Yeah. Go away now. Yeah. Let's see. Let me double check. Hang on. I want to make sure I'm going to redirect you to the proper locale. I think you guys are going to WDW Pro Live coming up next. Let's double check. Mang. New member pricing. I can now update my channel memberships pricing for new members. Uh-oh. So they're going to actually be updating the market prices to reflect the latest exchange rates between the United States and other countries. I'm warning you that because they certainly didn't, I imagine. But everything will automatically update on August 17th, but you can make changes once a year to better reflect the value of the perks that I continue to maintain. Okay, I'm going to dismiss that for now. Wow. You can raise my rate? Okay. It's like artificial, like self-pay raise. Speaking of which, you guys can give me a pay raise by going over and watching today's Moana Live-Action Backlash video that dropped this morning. With 47 comments to date, that video is starting to get a little bit of traction. We'll try to get that one into the tens of thousands. It's been hard lately. It's been difficult. It's all your fault. All right, let's see. You guys are headed for the WDW Pro Show, and I will be there as well with refreshed water, and hopefully all of you. So let me double check that I'm sending the people to the right place. Don't forget to catch Vash later today on the Vash Sky Park cast. But we are definitely going to talk about conquering our movies, myths, and legends, and the goal of Hollywood to destroy Western culture. That'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully you join us over on the WDW Pro Show coming up next. And with that, folks, we have to get out of here. Hey, Sander Hammerschlag is here. Later, CC. Yeah, we will see you all over on Pro. And It's not quite Friday. Tomorrow will be AOAO day, but since we're not quite to Friday, maybe Wilton is going to throw me off a roof. You guys want to see that happen? I know I do.
Why, hello there, random citizen.
Oh, hey there, little buddy. How's it going?
Have you subscribed to CultureCasino yet?
Well, no.
Friggin'
Oh!
These guys, I tell ya.
Oh!
Dang it, I missed. Why won't these guys just subscribe already?
That hurt.
Coffee. All right, guys. See you over on the Pro Show. Go away now.